How are you, pal?
Hello there, Bob.
Good morning, Sid. Good morning, Bernie. I have to tell you, it is truly an honor to be on your show. What you're doing, you're on the field of fight, as General Flynn would say, and what you're doing is you're making the hardworking man, the hardworking woman have hope. I got to tell you, the 300 members of the Town of Oyster Bay Department of Sanitation, Bernie, you're in their prayers every day. And
Thank you.
Sid, you're carrying the fight as well to the radical left, and you're giving people hope. So I got to tell you, you guys are heroes to me, and it's an honor to be with you.
And you did say that, too, last Thursday night, too, so I know you're sincere. You've said that now twice, and the 2 times we've actually spoken, and we do, me and Bernie both appreciate that very, very much. All right, so you called yesterday and said you heard Peter King. Peter King said that Garbarino did not vote for that June 6th commission, and your point, you said to my producer, was I want to clear the air here and say what's really going on. So what's really going on with Andrew Garbarino? What really happened?
Fellas, everything that people say is so easily researched. And, Peter King's a legend in D.C., he's a legend in New York, legend on Long Island. Just go to garbarino.house.gov. Everything he says is recorded there. Andrew Garbarino, these are his words, the insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th was a direct threat to our democracy. And I'm proud to solemnly join my colleagues from both sides of the aisle to ensure that what happened on that fateful day never happens again. Terrorism remains, blah, blah, blah. He talks about that as an insurrection. These posts are there for you to read. He calls it an insurrection. He says the rally goers are terrorists. And his words, I'm reading from the page right now. President Trump bears responsibility for the domestic terrorists that stormed the Capitol. So when he voted for H.R., 3233, a national commission to investigate the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol, he was one of 35 to vote for it. That did get shot down in the Senate, but he voted for that committee. They changed the wording and made it the Select Committee, but still, he knew what the purpose and task was of that committee, both of them, to investigate Trump, to ensure that President Trump never runs again. He voted for it. He stated it on his website. We have to call these people out for what they are. They're run by the radical left and the rhinos. Andrew Garbarino does not want Trump to run again. And that it's right there.
I am totally in the Robert Cornicelli camp right now after hearing that. Insurrection, really, Garbarino? Is that what you think of it? And he voted for that commission, and that's what I cited yesterday. He was one of 35, and I did see that. But I guess after Nancy Pelosi didn't allow the Republican McCarthy to appoint Jordan and Banks, I guess he did not vote for that committee. I guess maybe there was no vote. Is that the case, Mr. Cornicelli? There was no vote on the January 6th committee itself, the one as it is now?
No, there was. There were 2 Republicans who voted for the January 6th Select Committee, Kitzinger and Cheney. But again, the platform for the investigations had been set. Investigate Trump, Stone, Bannon, Giuliani, Flynn, and ensure that Trump never runs again. He didn't have to vote for it again. He already saw his poll numbers drop. So leadership, McCarthy and the rest of them said, maybe you shouldn't vote for this. You're going to lose. Yeah. We know what's going to happen. Trump's going to get nailed.
Right. So
if you look at his history, if you look at all his votes, he's always he voted for the Infrastructure Act.
Yes. Only $1 trillion infrastructure. Right. That contributing to inflation. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Bob.
Well, if you look at all his votes, H.R. 3684, which is the Infrastructure Investment Act, 13 Republicans voted for that. And the funny thing about that, the next day he hopped on a plane with Pelosi and went to Scotland for a climate change summit. We got to pull these guys out.
Yes. Yeah. No, listen, I actually was okay with that particular bill, but that's fine. Robert Cornicelli joining us right here on Bernie and Sid, running against Garbarino in November. Literally a minute to go, Robert. Above and beyond the January 6th stuff, which you just laid out very, very eloquently and nicely. Why else should people vote for you in November? 60 seconds.
Forget my military time. I got paid for that. Just go to Facebook and see 6 months before I decided I was going to run. Look what I've done for my community. Volunteer fireman, Board of Education, traveling to Central America with toys and school supplies, Meals on Wheels, helping veterans get back into the workforce, raising money for families with autism. I've never in my life tried to make myself wealthy. And Sid, as we talked about, I'm donating my retirement. And anything over what I'm making now, my my salary now, when I get to Congress, at $174,000, anything over what I'm making now is getting donated to pediatric cancer research, homeless veterans, and autism. I'm not going down there to make money. I'm not going down there to make myself wealthy. I'm going down there because this country's in trouble.
Yes, indeed. I believe that. I'm firmly in the camp of Robert Cornicelli right now against Garbarino.
Told you.
I swear to God, after hearing what you said about all that stuff, insurrection, has Trump endorsed you 10 seconds ago? Has Trump endorsed you, by the way?
Trump's looking into the race. He wants to make sure my heart's in it, and I don't blame him. A lot of people, they try something like this and they fail. I'm not going to fail that man.
Right, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Trump, I know he took a beating in Georgia a couple of weeks ago, but he really does try to endorse the guy that has the best chance of winning. But at any rate,
I'm endorsing you. That's for sure.
There you go.
Damn sure.
Robert, thank you for hopping on the show. Great meeting you last Thursday. You'll be on more often. Good luck and continue to speak out there because we're both big fans. You were great today. Thank you so much.
Keep up the fight, my brothers.
All right, my man, Robert Cornicelli. Right there, making his debut on the Bernie and Sid show. 1-800-848-WABC, 1-800-848-9222. Still a lot more to come today, including Lydia Reports, Pete Bernie, and the great Bill O'Reilly at 8:40. We'll take a very short break. We'll come back and talk more in the 7 o'clock hour right here on Bernie and Sid.
Sometimes entertaining, sometimes serious, always